my friends. It's good to see you today. You're still interested in going hunting with Dave, I see. Well, that's wonderful. Today we're going to be going over sleeping gear, because that's the thing. If you're going to be coming to Colorado from out of state, I want you to have the best trip of your life, because most likely it's going to be so expensive that this is going to be your only chance to come to Colorado for the great big elk hunt. So I want you to enjoy that hunt with all the time that you have to spend in it. And so with that, we're going to have good sleeping gear. So we need a good sleeping bag, and in that, the best kind of sleeping bag I recommend, especially because we're preparing for a late third season hunt and it's going to be cold. We want to have down sleeping bags. We need a sleeping bag that's going to be able to keep us warm at below 0 temperatures. So a regular sleeping bag, they'll get you to about 0, and then after that, it starts getting real cold. And the colder you are, the harder it is to sleep. And then you wake up and you're real tired, groggy, you don't want to go out, and you end up staying in camp drinking beer all day. And then problems begin, right? No elk. And we don't want to come to Colorado and not get an elk. So you want to have down, and a good thing also is make sure you have a down jacket. A down jacket. If you have one of those, it's going to save you a lot of heartache and anguish and cold fingers and cold toes, and it will keep you in the woods longer. It will keep you sitting there in your spot a little bit longer, because you're usually going to get bored or you're going to get cold. And so what you want to do is make sure you bring a lot of candy, a lot of goodies, and you've got a nice coat, and you got your goodies and your candy bars there, because that takes up your time, when you're sitting there. And you always want to make sure you have enough candy bars for your buddy. Because, like me, I never take candy bars up into the woods, but boy, I love it when my buddy's got one. and I'm always, hey man, come have one of those granola bars, right? And so, always make sure you got some of those things, but mostly our sleeping gear, I always have, I got a very nice Army sleeping bag, right? And I got this at the Goodwill. I have 2 of these, and I got 2 of those at the Goodwill for like $6 a piece. You can't beat one of them. They are one of the greatest things. They're kind of a mummy bag, and I don't really like the mummy bag part, but they're so warm you don't even have to zip them up. You just cover up. And what I usually do is we'll have a sleeping bag. I have like a double man sleeping bag, and then I have that, and I'll use the double man bag to lay it down and put it open, and then put that, and then cover myself like double sleeping bag, Pretty soon you're like, poof, blowing that stuff off, and it's like so hot, man. So hot. So in that, I want to, here I'll show you how you want to get your stuff ready, and we'll roll up our bag, and so that way we're not taking up a bunch of room. You gotta remember, you're gonna have 4 or 5 other buddies on their trip, and so we want to have enough room for all our stuff. So we gotta pack our stuff just right. So come back and join me here in a second, and we'll roll our bag. Alright, here we are. We're going to be rolling up our bag. That's the thing. We got to keep these things nice and tight and good. One of the things with this bag, which is so nice, that if the zipper doesn't work anymore, but it still has these holes here where you can use shoestring or whatever and tie it up, so it continues to be a great use, And so, again, one of the things that's going to keep your trip successful and enjoyable is a good night's rest, and being able to rest. And one of the things that you come to find out, every dude and elk hunter in town like snores. Man, they're just snoring away all night long, and best way to shut up a snorer is you just wiggle real hard in the, in the camper, and boy, they just like, and they don't really wake up, but boy, they shut up real quick, and they feel that movement, you know? And so remember, you know, we're gonna roll this thing up, and we're not rolling a joint, but we're rolling a sleeping bag. So make sure you get her nice and tight, you know. And that reminds me, you know, when you're sleeping and you're doing your getting your camp set up, and I don't recommend third season in a tent. You'll probably really regret going if you go in a tent, especially late third season. You need a pop-up camper, some kind of a camper to keep you and help insulate and keep the air warm around you. And one of the most important things is, you know, is don't put your food inside your camper. Never put your food inside your camper because, you know, bears smell your food and they'll come, and if your food's on the outside of your camper and the bears come in, they'll get into the food out there, but they won't usually bother you. You know, I always remember this time we were out hunting and where everybody was sleeping, you know, and boy, I sure swore I could hear something wrestling around. And I know it was a bear because I could hear it, you know, and you hear all this wrestling around and stuff, something's getting into all the stuff, right, you know, and you can hear things tinkling and tingling, you know, the pots and pans, and boy, I was sure it was a bear, and nobody was, you know, awake but me. They're all sleeping, passed out, drunker than skunks, and so I'm sitting there going, man, I know that's a bear. And all of a sudden I hear, you know, this, hey, Mr. Rabbit, there's shit stick to your fur. And I was like, man, whoa, what the heck's going on out there? Right? And all of a sudden it's like, what's up, Doc? Right? And the rabbit's like, no, I don't have no problems with the shit sticking to my fur. Right? And then I was telling everybody, I know it was a bear out there. You're probably looking for some paper or something. And then all of a sudden, you know, nobody would believe me, but my buddy in the middle of the night decides he's going to take a whiz and go check it out, right? And all of a sudden, it's real quiet, and the next thing I hear is, wow, that's still warm, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear my buddy, I didn't know bears could eat corn. So I'm sure it was a bear, you know. I never did see the rabbit, but but you got to be careful, you know. If you do get the shits in the mountains and you camp right in the middle, or poop right in the middle of camp, you just blame it on the bears, okay? Now, we got our bag, and we're here at the end, and don't forget to lick the glue. Oh, no, we're not rolling joints again. We're only rolling up our bag. Right, but get these stuff nice and tight and nice and organized, you know. That way, when you're going up there for your camp trip, you know, it's all in a state of order. We don't want to get out of order, and we don't want to get in a place of chaos, right? This thing too, you know, always take extra underwear with you. You always want to have an extra pair of undies with you, and never ever let your wife pack your bag. I'll remember the first time I went elk hunting, and we had such a great time, man, and we were out there, because that's the thing, when you go elk hunting, you're going to party and party hardy, and that's what it's about, is enjoying life to the fullest. So, you know, I had my wife pack my bag, and man, I got back home, and I was really chewing her butt, man, and woman, I told you to pack me some socks, right? And she was like, I did. I put them in your gun case. It's like, whoop, problem started. So always pack your own bag and make sure you check your gun case for the socks, and if your wife packs it for you. Okay? So there's my tips on rolling a nice bag for your elk hunting trip, right? And don't forget to stop up in Denver where smoking weed is legal. So get you a fresh bag of weed right next to the liquor store. and come up to the Rocky Mountain High. You can enjoy a hunt with Dave.